Hey, what's up? What's happening and what's going down? It is your boy, the Ruxman, coming at you guys live and direct today. Guys, today, you know what it is. We got another bam unboxing. Today, we're going to be taking a look at DJI's Mavic 2 Pro. Let's jump right into it, y'all. All right, guys. So I'm a little excited about this one, so we ain't gonna waste too much time with it. I got my old girl Susan right here on standby, and without further ado, we're gonna dive right in this one. So let's see what old DJI has in store for us here. All right, guys. Now that we've got everything unboxed and everything's out on the table, let's just see what DJI has to offer in this Mavic 2 Pro packaging. So first things first, we already know we're gonna get our manuals, just letting us know how everything works with the drone. So the next thing we have included is an array of different cables that's included for us. The one that's gonna be used the most is this cable right here, the USB Type A to Type C. Now this cable is going to be used for quite a few different things between the drone and the controller. With the drone, you'll be updating the drone. With the controller, you can do both updates to the controller and also charge the controller. Now it does come with a separate USB micro that you can attach to the end of this to convert it over to micro so that you can go ahead and do the charging of the controller. Okay? The controller itself comes with different attachments for different phone types. So you'll have one with a USB Type C to just a regular connection to the controller. It has a standard connection. And then you'll have one with a micro USB with the standard connection as well. Okay? Of course, you have your power with this AC power cord that'll charge up your drone battery. It also has a little flip out on the side there so that you could charge your controller as well. All right, we have our protective gimbal for protecting the camera when the drone's out of use. And they've also included an extra set of propellers just in case one were to get damaged while you're just getting used to flying your drone. All right, I want to clear this stuff off and I want to look over the controller because there's a lot of different things to talk about here, guys. All right, guys, and let's get into one of the final elements of the setup is the controller. So I just want to go over a couple of things in close detail, so I'm going to kind of switch the angle for you guys, zoom in so that you see exactly what I'm talking about here. And I'm going to use Susan here to help out. Of course, we have our joysticks here for controlling and flying the drone. Now, something they've done with the joysticks this time around is you could actually just screw them off and take them off and store them within the controller. Now, something I opted or rather neglected to say when we were looking at this earlier is there is an additional set of joysticks hidden right underneath the controller. Okay, now while we're down below here, I just want to make reference to the USB Type A port here. This is what you would use to do your updates to this particular controller. Okay, also if I turn this off to the side a little bit, you can see, and I'll kind of try to get that out of there for you. You can see the iPhone connection. So that's already by default, it already has a connection for iPhone, the Lightning connection already installed right on the controller. All right. As we flip it back around to the front, you get a chance to see the pause button here. There's a little menu toggle for navigating through your phone's menus, as well as a return home feature and a power button that powers up the controller. Okay, as we take a closer look up top, we are greeted by the record button for recording video and also the photo button for snapping pictures. And these two toggles up here will adjust the different angles on the gimbal of the camera. As we flip it around back, we have two separate hotkeys that can be programmed to basically any function you want. So if you wanted to put it in follow mode or any other mode, you could use these buttons to automatically program them. So as we come along to the side here, we have our three different modes. We have tripod, priority, and sport. And you could look that up in the manual, guys, if you want to know exactly what's going on. I'll flip it around one more time to the other side just to make sure we're not missing anything. This would be the port where you change out the different connections for your different phone types. Like I said, right now it's default to iPhone. So if you don't have an iPhone, then you would be using a different adapter for this port right here. So, of course, the antennas, they flip up. Nice and neat, so you can play around with those and adjust them to your liking when you want to go all flying around and doing what you're doing. And this would be the section where your controller locks in. Alright, so that's going to pretty much round it up for the controller. Now let's get on over to the drone. Okay guys, so now to the meat and potatoes of it. The Mavic 2 Pro drone. A couple of cool things happening here with our Mavic 2 Pro. So we have the Hasselblad sensor within this 1-inch camera housing here, along with omnidirectional cameras. I believe there's a total of 8 along with a couple of sensors. We'll just kind of count those off. We have 2 here. I believe we have another camera here, here, a sensor here. So that's 4 cameras, a little LED light that'll actually illuminate if it's landing or if it's in a low light situation, along with the IR sensor. 2 other cameras right here, so that would be 6, and then we have 7, and then on the opposing side 8, along with yet another IR sensor up top. Okay, now right here we have our new battery that they've given us that gives us 31 minutes of flight time. So the drone itself is actually a little bit heavier than the previous Mavic that we unboxed on the channel, and I'll link that in the description up above so that you can look back at it. But same idea, we snap this battery off. We get a look at the charging portion right here that would marry up to the charging on the terminal that comes with it, the little charging port. Now there are 2 other sections that I just neglected to look at on the drone. One being off to the side here. There's a little door that you could just pop open, and I'll pop that open for you guys. Okay, and within that door that you have the USB Type-C. This one you'll be using to do updates to the drone, so you could use that to update the drone with DJI new software updates. Alright, and on the opposite side of this, if we were just to spin our drone around just a little bit here and take a look, there's actually another little port here where we have access to our micro SD slot for extended storage. Now, the drone does come with onboard of, I think it's 8 gigabytes of storage already with the drone, but if you wanted to expand that, there you go with your micro SD slot. Alright guys, that's going to just about do it for our unboxing and first look at the DJI Mavic 2 Pro. Guys, this is just one of 2 of DJI's new Mavic drones. There's also the Mavic 2 Zoom. At the time of recording this, the Mavic 2 Pro retails for $1449 and the Mavic 2 Zoom retails at $1249, which is a difference of $200. Now, a lot of you guys out there are going to be wondering, well, what do I really get for that difference of $200? The first thing is this one has a larger sensor, as well as this one has 10-bit video. You have 20 megapixel camera here versus a 12 megapixel camera on the other, as well as better low light situations that you could capture with this one because it has a much broader range with its ISO range. So, you know, to each his own. Okay, one thing we neglected to mention, guys, is that the Mavic 2 Zoom also has 2-time optical zoom. But anyway, guys, would love to show you guys some wonderful drone footage, but we are in South Carolina and hurricanes are coming, so it's storming outside, so we can't get that to you. Hopefully we can get some of that footage to you in a later video. But without further ado, guys, if you like the video, hit the like button down below. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Ring that bell for notifications of the next videos. Comment down below if you have any questions. But guys, you know how we do and how we always do in true Ruxman fashion. Slow down, but never stop. Ruxman out. Love you, baby. Mean it.